If you're somebody who's just getting into mountain biking, knowing where to start can be pretty confusing. Luckily, there are 5 major disciplines of mountain biking that are important for you to know. First of all, we have cross-country riding. Now, this is probably the least exciting discipline out of all of them, just because there's no exciting downhill or jumping. You're just out in the mountains having fun, going up and down all day long. There's extended periods of climbing and descending. You could be out there all day and feel like you never actually went downhill. But what's great about cross-country riding is that it's great for beginners, it's great for getting into it. It probably requires the least amount of technical skill to start. And for the more advanced riders, it's pretty crazy the amount of endurance and fitness these people have. Next up, we have all mountain riding. Now, all mountain riding is probably the most popular form of mountain biking today just because it's so appealing. Imagine cross-country riding, but you actually get a reward at the end of the day that isn't just a workout. And that's why so many people love it. They can pedal up the hill for a few hours, stop at the top, hang out with their friends, and then rip down the mountain and have as much fun as they want on the way going down. There's tons of challenging obstacles, features, and all sorts of things about the ride down that are just so much fun. And that brings us into downhill. Now, downhill riding is just the downhill aspect of the sport. The bikes aren't even designed to pedal up a hill. You're just going from the top of the mountain to the bottom as fast as you possibly can. As a kid, downhill racers were some of my biggest influences in life just because their bike handling skills and the way they got over the trail was so impressive that I couldn't believe it. But what's just as exciting as seeing someone ride down a mountain as fast as they possibly can? How about doing a backflip over a big jump? This is dirt jumping. Now, dirt jumping is a discipline that holds a special place in my heart because it's kind of where it all began for me. My skill set on a bike was literally built on piles of dirt. There's really no better feeling than floating in the air between 2 really steep transitions, and that's exactly what dirt jumping is. It can be very therapeutic if you're doing it at a high level, but also very, very scary if you're trying to learn. So, the one thing about dirt jumping that's really interesting is that it doesn't actually have to take place on the mountains like all these other disciplines. It can be really anywhere you want, your backyard, a park, literally anywhere that you can build a set of jumps. Finally, we have free riding, which essentially combines all of these styles together, and it's completely unstructured, which is why they call it free riding. You're free to do whatever you want. So imagine you're with your friends, you climb up a mountain, you decide to stop on the way down, session the trail, try some tricks on the jumps, then you get down to the next section and you try to ride it as fast as you can. There's really no rules with free riding. It's do whatever you want, combine your skills, combine your speed, and just bring it all together and have a good time. Now you can jump into the sport knowing what to expect and kind of having a general idea of what type of riding really suits you.